Okay, I see it's recording. So I just want to remind you guys that if there's too much loud feedback at my house, let me know and I'll go upstairs. There's movie watching going on. Okay. So, oh, oops, hold on. Share screen, right here. Hold on a second. I'm so sorry. You need to go talk to Dad.
I didn't have any Jesus. I just had
Go talk to Daddy about it. You need to go talk to Daddy about your Cheez-Its. He has them. I don't. I don't have the Cheez-Its. Okay? All right. So, okay. All right. So here we are. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Okay. So, Jess and I were talking about a few of the things that like we could do to create some excitement for New Year's. And what way better than to do like a 3-week coach challenge where we just kind of explore what does it mean to be a coach. And this is even great for those of you who still plan on being discount coaches. This is still a great activity to do. So it's a 3-week coach challenge. It's going to start on Monday and it's going to run through the rest of December. It will technically run through Christmas, but the last week of December is going to be more of an individual thing. So the 3-week coach challenge is basically based on the 3 vital behaviors. And so just to review, and I know we talked about there are technically 4 vital behaviors, but for this purpose, we really only need 3. Number 1, being product of the product. Number 2, your personal development. And number 3 is invite. Yeah, I'm great at that. Okay, so the first, rather than listen to me talk, because I say a lot, we've already established that. See, we're going to watch Coach Caleb.
Can't hear the volume, Claire.
That was way loud.
Hi!
Shh. Okay, so we're not on day 17, so we're not going to listen to the rest of it because he's going to review the 17 things he's already talked about. So after watching that, before I go off on my spiel, are there any questions about product of the product?
I don't have any questions, but we can't hear the volume on the video.
You didn't hear it at all?
No.
Of course not. I heard every word. Okay. Were you able to read the
Yeah, I
bottom?
was able to
Okay.
read it.
Okay, so that really,
Just so you
yeah, thank you for telling me. Next time I'm probably going to try to go to the video and that might work better. Okay, anyway, but yeah, so basically, and the text wasn't spot on because some of the words got mixed up, but basically, product of the product, the thing that he said to me that kind of like stuck out to me was don't be an undercover coach, because that's kind of how I started. I was afraid to be like, oh yeah, I drink Shakeology every day, because people have this like, I guess I was afraid that people had this perspective, and that wasn't necessarily the case. So other than that, are there any questions about product of the product?
No.
All right. So
Can I real quick butt in?
yeah,
We
please.
do this a couple times, but I think
Yeah.
what helps too is that in the beginning, I used to always do like Shakeology self, or like the typical, just to show that I have it. And I find that it works a lot too to just kind of like plug it into your life. You know what I mean? When I go on a road trip, I'll put it in the cup holder and I'll take a picture of my Shakeology and my husband's energy drink, and you know what I mean? And it's our road trip energy, or however I want to word it that day, depends on what's going on. But just kind of like plug it into what you're already doing, instead of just saying, hey, this is what I'm drinking this morning for breakfast or for lunch, or you know what I mean? And plug in, sometimes I'll do like, I didn't really have time to eat today. My kid wouldn't stop moving long enough for me to cook lunch, so it took me 15 seconds to make my lunch today, or something to kind of get more value than to just say that it's what you're drinking for whatever reason, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Okay. I'm glad you were talking because I had to
Yeah, I saw that.
bring a kid back downstairs. Okay. So the challenge for week 1, and we'll post these later. Well, the challenge for week 1 is that December span. It's December. Bring up my calendar. We're going to start December 12th. So December 12th to December 18th, it's the proof of the product challenge week, where basically, I mean, you don't want to bombard people. You don't want to overwhelm people. You don't want to continuously go every day and just say Shakeology, every single day. But talk about what you're doing, and challenge yourself to not be afraid to say, hey, so I started using Beachbody's Recover, and it's amazing and I really love it. So I'm going to start talking about that and probably Shakeology more. Also, I'm going to be boasting about core to force because of the muscle definition that I'm gaining in my back. And I think that that's also from, I'm sorry, he came back upstairs. That's also from, I think, the Recover. Yeah. So anyway, so week 1, oh my God, you guys, this is not what's supposed to be happening right now. You need to go back downstairs, okay?
No.
Yes.
No.
Go in your room.
Okay.
Okay, so week 2. So week 2 is personal development. I'm not going to necessarily play the video, but what I will do rather than play the video right now is I will post this up in our page for all of you guys to watch it. It's really quick, and he's really good at explaining things. So, and he's not too bad to look at. But anyway, so personal development, week 2, what we're going to do on our page is we are going to, from the leadership level up, whoever's involved, we can each pick a day, the Monday through Sunday, and choose our favorite video from the leadership level up, choose some sort of personal development video, and our challenge every day will be to watch that personal development video. Some of them, it may require at least a half an hour. Some of them are kind of long, But for that week, it will be really good to see the various ways that Beachbody can help you as a person and not just as a fitness guru and a coach, whatever. I think that's a big thing that I wasn't expecting when I became a coach. I was expecting, to whatever, get 25% off and to lose weight and all that good stuff. But I wasn't expecting to heal the inner demons that I had. And through some of this personal development, I was able to really hone in on what was getting in my way. So week 2 is going to be all about personal development. So are there any questions about that at this moment in time? Anybody want to add?
For the record, like, he's holding a bunch of books over here, and I used to be awful with personal development because honestly, I don't read. Like, my mind doesn't stop long enough for me to hold a book and actually get something done. So I started using Audible, and I find that that's worked a lot better for me because I can do it. You know, if my son's sitting down putting a puzzle, I can kind of put it on the side, and I concentrate on it more than I probably should. But I find that that's really worked for me too, because it's not video, so I don't have to watch it and I don't have to sit there and read anything. So that helps. And if somebody reminds me, I can screenshot the books that I have, because every single one of them are good. The ones that I downloaded that weren't good, I deleted. So I can show you guys what I have just for some ideas. And I think I have a list somewhere based on your, I don't want to say problem areas, but like if you need help with confidence, or you know what I mean, whatever your area is that you need help with, a list of books for each one that might help you out. So I can find that and post that in the group too.
Yeah. To add to that, like when I do personal development, honestly, it's usually when I'm doing dishes or something that requires very little brain power. I have a really hard time with like stopping my brain from moving anyway. So I can't just like stand there and do dishes. It just drives me batty. So like I'll have a personal development video going, or like maybe when I'm soaking in the tub, which happens not as much as it used to now that Scott's coaching. But anyway, you know, that kind of stuff. Like that's when I do it, is the times that I used to watch The Voice, the times that I used to catch up on TV. Like now all I'm doing is personal development and watching videos about Beachbody and how I can better myself as a coach and how I can help my challengers and how I can help my customers and my coaches better. So are there any questions? Are there any suggestions maybe about some personal development that we can use during that week? No. Okay. So we're going to move on to week 3. Invite. This is like okay. So I'm getting better at this as time goes on. And I think that originally when I went through Coach Basics with Jess, and I would invite people to a challenge group. I would just send an invite. I wouldn't even tell them. Like some of my friends, like I'll just add them to a page and not even like tell them that I'm doing it, but just do it and just be like, oh, by the way, you're doing this challenge with me. I've definitely gotten better with this. And I think this is the one area of weakness for me, that I don't want to bug people. I know when I first started, before I became a coach, I was afraid of being a salesman and being too salesy, and that's not who I am. I want to help people. So this part of it for me, I've been watching a lot of personal development on this, so I can feel comfortable. And it's scary. It's really hard. You don't want your friends and family to stop talking to you on Facebook. You don't want people, but at the same time, this is a big part of my life now. So they're just going to have to understand that I want them to be part of it. So that's week 3. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be inviting people to our, if you see at the end of this call, what we're going to do is post the event. We created an event. We're going to be doing a Mega Fit challenge. And the title of it, well, we titled it Mega Fit Challenge, but the other title is New Year, New You with Fit Crew. So all of us together are going to invite as many people as we think need accountability through the New Year's. It's going to be a multi-program group, so they don't have to have one specific program. I know I'm going to be continuing my Core de Force journey. I'm going to be doing the BOD hybrid version, but how it's going to run is it's not going to be specifically, like those of you who are in the Core de Force group right now, it's not going to be specifically about Core de Force. It's going to be about overall health and wellness. So is that making sense right now?
Yep.
Is there anything that I missed out on with inviting because I'm really not good at it?
I think like apart from just the challenge, like inviting in general is probably one of the hardest things that we ever have to do, because you, like Claire said, you don't want to come across salesy. You don't want to come across like you just want to make a quick buck. And sometimes it can be hard to put it into words, I guess. But I find what helped me a lot in the beginning and got me to where I am is free groups. We were actually just talking about this today. I do a lot of free challenges. Like we have the 12 days of fitness coming up. I don't know if you guys are in that or not. But that, it kind of helps build trust so that they know you're actually interested in helping them reach their goals. You don't just want their money. And it builds your contact list. So I'll go and create an event usually, and I'll go through my friends list, and I don't invite everybody like I used to, but anybody that I've noticed likes to work out or wants to work out, or you know those people that say, oh, I really need to get off my butt today and go work out, and then you see them post the same thing the next day and the next day and the next day. I'll invite them that way without approaching them and being too pushy. And if they do say that they're interested or RSVP, whatever you call it, in an event, I'll reach out to them and get to know their goals a little bit and kind of build a relationship that way. And at the end of the free group, I will do a general invite to everybody, either to my next free group or to a program group if I have one coming up. And I have a problem with a million groups. I don't know if you guys have the same issue I do, but I get added to like 5 LuLaRoe groups. Is that even what it's called? LuLaRoe?
Yeah, LuLaRoe, I think.
Leggings groups, the Unique and Jamberry and whatever they have out there. I don't know. And nothing against any of them, but I get added to them all the time. And I have to go through like once a week and remove myself from at least 15 groups. So I like to close all mine down so that my challengers don't have to go in once a month and take themselves out of like 15 of my groups. But to do that, you have to remove all of the members and then yourself last. Before I remove anybody, I send them a message and just, hey, this is what I have going on. Are you interested? Sometimes they tell me, you know, screw off. I've got my own thing going on. I'm all set. Sometimes they're interested. Sometimes they say, you know, a little later, but you're still building that relationship with them. And I have a notebook where I write down everybody's name, a little note, maybe the date or whatever, like a follow-up date, or if they have something going on. And every now and then, usually about once a week, I'll go through the notebook and I'll just see if there's anybody that I haven't talked to in a while that I think might be interested in the group I have coming up, or, you know, just that way I can kind of keep track of everybody. It's a really big notebook these days, so it takes a little while, but I cross people off too. There are some that tell me I have no interest, I'll come to you. And I don't block them out, but I kind of cross them off so I don't spend too much time with them. But that way I can just kind of keep them in rotation so they know I'm not forgetting about them.
Yeah, right. I can show you guys very quickly after. I'm trying to do everything through Google because my life is just too busy right now. Obviously, I told you guys I forgot to bring my daughter to dance. So I'm trying to do everything through Google just because I use it through work. So it's not a big deal for me to always have my my tab open and to add notes when I need to. But I also do have a notebook, and I forgot to talk about that. During week 2, when we do personal development, I'm going to ask that you guys all get a notebook, because what I want you guys to do, after the video is post your questions and post your, and we'll talk more about that on week 2 in the group page. But I just had to go back because it popped in my head. Yeah. Okay. So here is the schedule. Did I do that right?
Did you do that right? I feel like we start on the 12th, but nice try.
Yeah. I was so close. Anyway, December 12th to December 18. I'm going to change that. I'll change that, I promise. Is being product of the product. And then December 19 through 24. Yeah, because I excluded Christmas. That's what happened. December 19 through 24 or 25 is personal development, I think. What? I don't even know. I'm going to fix these, I promise.
You're right, except for the dates. It's good.
And then the final week of December, we're going to be inviting people to the challenge group. Now, that said, I know that it says December this time we're going to be inviting, but if you talk to somebody who, because you're being a product of the product, and that's going to happen. People ask me all the time, what are you doing? And I mean, I'll just simply tell them, but as you're being a product of the product, the invite might come at an earlier time. And don't not invite somebody because it's not the 3rd week. Like, if it's time to invite, go ahead and invite. We're going to add you guys to that page if you guys are interested in doing this challenge. We're going to invite you guys to, sorry, not that page, but we're going to invite you guys to that event. And you guys can invite people to that event at any time. Like, you don't have to wait till this week. Part of the problem with waiting till the last week, and we talked about that, but a lot of people that I've talked to already have programs. They just aren't doing them. So for me, it's going to be a multi-program group, but it's going to be a lot of people who used to use Beachbody products but haven't been. So this last week is cutting it close unless they do a challenge pack, and then they can unlock the program that they're using through Beachbody On Demand. So we start the pre-work of our next challenge group, like the photos and the I'm going to be doing the fit test. I think our challengers should do the fit test, those kinds of things, on January 1st. So people are getting started on their program, but the actual challenge itself, the workout challenge, the group only starts the 2nd. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing, and that took more time than I thought. Well, actually, no, I think I'm right on time, Jess.
Yeah. Nice.
Look at me go.
All right. Okay. Does anybody have any questions, comments, anything?
So when does the Healthy Vet start? Is that going to be running after your group starts, Claire?
Jess?
Yeah, I'm looking right now. I have it. I think it starts on the 9th. It'll be going at about the same time. I think. Let me, if I can find it. Oh, right there. It starts in 33 days. That's all I have. So yeah, I think it's the 9th that it. Does that make sense?
Hold on.
The 9th, yeah. 9th of January is when it starts, and that's the Health Vet through corporate. So they're in a whole other time schedule. Okay.
Yeah, I think like for that, like I'll be doing both. Like I'll be running the Facebook challenge group, and I'll be plugging my stuff into the Health Vet. So that's one of those things that in the challenge group we can announce, hey, so Beachbody Health Vet starts next week. Who wants to jump in? Those of you who are already drinking Shakeology, those of you who are already doing your workouts, you can make some money doing this, and that's a way to introduce, I think, the Health Vet app. Does that make sense to do it that way? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about, Claire, if you don't mind, would you mind doing the MegaFit or whatever we're calling it group, and I can take care of the app that way? I mean, I'll still be a challenger, obviously, but and help you out in there. But if you could take care of like the daily posts and all that, I can handle the app.
Yeah, that's a non-issue. And I have to say that right now, our Quarter Force group, like I really don't have to do any coaching because like you guys are all doing it for me. Like I just have to post and I just have to, you know, be real like I usually am and do all that stuff. But the challengers are doing amazing with keeping that going. So I think a lot of the same challengers will be there. So that's going to be a great aspect. I think people who are new to Beachbody or people who are new to challenge groups are going to understand that it's a no judgment zone and that the support that we give one another is real. I mean, it's not just, oh, great job, you know, and it's not just petting, I guess, but it's real and it's raw. I mean, we've all had struggles through this program so far. And I think that's the beauty of it is even as like a person running the group, like I have no fear posting what I posted yesterday. I sucked and it is what it is, but today I killed it. And I think, yeah, I really did. Like I thought I was going to die. I had to change into shorts. Anyway, yeah, I won't go ramble on about it, but yeah, definitely I'll run that challenge group.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah. Also, I know some of you might know, but anytime that any of us do a group or anything really, we're a team. I personally have a lot of busy times in my life. And if you need help or if you have challengers that need a group and you don't have the time, you have something going on, you can't run your own group, by all means, send them our way. We work together. You guys have seen it. You know, we all work together and you're never alone, pretty much. Don't ever hesitate to come to us if you have anything. Any groups that I have, you're more than welcome to invite anybody to at any time. I don't really think of any reason why you couldn't, so. All right. I think you covered everything. I don't have anything else to say.
Are there any questions on just any like overall questions on the coach challenge? Or does it make sense? Like, does it seem like it'll work out?
Yeah, I mean, it's just being a product, so.
Right. That's why we put it first, because you guys are all amazing products of the product. So definitely.
Cool.
Okay. All right, then I guess that's it.
Yeah.
All right. And Cheryl, can I have you stick on for just a minute?
Yep.
Mine? Okay. And Claire, you can stay if you want to. I know you want to hear what I have to say. So, but that's about it. All right. Well, everybody have a good night. And we stop recording here, actually. And I don't even know how to do that.
Just press the record button.
Oh, there it is.